Hello students, welcome to physics class of plus 1. We are going to start another chapter of your book Projectile Motion. The objective of today's topic is to study about terms related to projectile motion and what is projectile motion. So the topics which we are going to discuss are projectile motion, terms related to projectile motion, maximum height and time of flight. So let's start our topic. Projectile. An object thrown with initial velocity and which is then allowed to move under the action of gravity alone is called projectile. Here we are going to show an example of projectile. A projectile which is thrown with velocity v and it is moving under the effect of gravity alone. Then this object is called projectile. You got it? Yeah, this is a famous game. Let's discuss physics behind this. A projectile is thrown with some initial velocity and afterwards it moves under the effect of gravity alone, which acts always towards downward. So here we come to know projectile motion is the motion of an object thrown or projected into air subjected to only the acceleration due to gravity. Projectile motion is an example of two-dimensional motion. So if you have to give an example of two-dimensional motion, then projectile motion is an example. Let's see some more examples of projectile motion. Number 1, a bomb released from plane. Number 2, a rocket after its fuel is exhausted. Then a ball kicked from the ground. And the last, a shot fired from gun. In all of these you can see that motion is called projectile motion. Projectile while in flight is not propelled by any fuel. So this is the common thing in all the examples. Then projectile is in motion, it is not going to be propelled by any fuel. Next is terms related to projectile motion. Number 1, trajectory. The path followed by a projectile during its flight is called trajectory. So this path is called trajectory. So this curvilinear path is called trajectory of a projectile. Next is time of flight. The time taken by the projectile to complete its trajectory is called time of flight. So the time taken by this object to move from this point to this point is called time of flight. Next is horizontal range. The horizontal distance between the point of projection and the point where trajectory meets the horizontal plane passing through the point of projection is called horizontal range. So, distance between this point and this point is called horizontal range, this whole distance. Next is maximum height. The maximum vertical distance traveled by the projectile during its journey is called the maximum height attained by the projectile. So in this case, this is called the maximum height of the projectile because afterwards all the distance from the ground are less than this distance. So this is the point of maximum height. So let's see vector perspective of projectile motion. So we will take an example of vertical motion of the ball. Now we know that during the projectile motion, only acceleration due to gravity is acting on the body. So the acceleration due to gravity is causing the ball to, number 1, slow down as it goes up. So acceleration due to gravity slow down the speed of the object when it goes up. So at this point there will be no vertical motion, only horizontal motion will be there. Afterwards, acceleration due to gravity speed up as it comes down. So it also speeds up the object when it comes down. So here velocity decreases and here velocity increases. And at maximum point, no vertical speed or no vertical motion. The horizontal motion of the ball. Now let's talk about the horizontal motion. There is no force in x direction. So there is no acceleration during x-axis. So it means that if u is the initial velocity of the object, Then along y-axis uy is equal to u sin theta, and along x-axis the horizontal component will be u cos theta, where theta is the angle of projection. When the body moves at point A, which is the maximum height, uy, which is velocity along y-axis, will be 0. So let's derive the equation for maximum height. To find maximum height, that is h, only vertical motion is considered. Because height is along y-axis, we will consider only vertical motion. Initial vertical velocity, that is uy, is equal to v naught sin theta, which is vertical component of the velocity. Since we have to find the maximum height attained, means we have to find height of point A from B. Therefore, we have to consider final velocity at point A, and final vertical velocity at point A is 0, as we have already discussed, because at maximum height vertical velocity becomes 0, and acceleration due to gravity is minus g, where s is the displacement from the ground. So as we know the relation from three equations of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. We put all this value of uy, vy, a and s in this equation, and we got the equation 0 is equal to v naught square sin square theta minus 2gh, and taking this minus 2gh on left hand side, we get the equation 2gh is equal to v naught square sin square theta, from which we got h is equal to v naught sin square theta divided by 2g. Here this 2g come to the denominator. So this is the relation for maximum height attained by the projectile. Next relation is for the time of flight. When the projectile strikes at C, the vertical displacement is 0, that is y is equal to 0. And we know that s is equal to ut plus half at square, again from three equations of motion. And here in this case s is equal to 0 because there is no vertical height or no vertical displacement. Secondly, u is equal to v naught sin theta, which is the initial velocity of the projectile. Again acceleration is equal to minus g, and t is equal to capital T, where capital T is time of flight. So putting all this value in equation s is equal to ut plus half at square, we got 0 is equal to v naught sin theta capital T minus half gt square. And taking this half gt square to the left hand side, we got half gt square is equal to v naught sin theta t, and this t square and this t got cancelled, and we are left with t, and this half g will come to the right hand side, and ultimately we got t is equal to 2 v naught sin theta divided by g, which is the equation for time of flight. Now let's discuss some questions related to the topic. Question number 1. Projectile motion is an example of two-dimensional motion. Why? Question number 2. What is a projectile? Give 2 examples. Question number 3. Is the motion of a freely falling body an example of projectile motion? Question number 4. Can there be motion in 2 dimensions with acceleration only in one direction? Question number 5. Derive an expression for maximum height. And the last question, derive an expression for time of flight. That's the end of the topic. Thank you.